Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone watching. Welcome to our episode number 27 of our weekly series, What's Your Spark? Today with Anika Sorensen from Lund in Sweden. And Annika, you'll help me to pronounce everything correctly in just a bit if I don't. So, welcome to
Absolutely.
the show, Annika. It's wonderful to have you on today with me.
Thank you very much. It's really nice to be part of this.
Yes, it is, and I love your smile here on this show. So that's lovely to see. I'm tuning in from Miami Beach in Florida today. Before we hear more from Annika and her amazing spark, please, everyone watching, as always, hit that like button and share your comments and questions in the comment section. If you're not catching us live today, you can still comment and ask questions, and we'll get back to you a bit later. Right, Annika?
Absolutely.
We'll check in. Okay. And I know
Absolutely.
it's
Of
later where
course.
you are, but if you don't have time today, then just please check in tomorrow with our audience, and we'll see what questions they will have. So this series is always, as always, is for anyone who loves to be inspired by other women who are contributing their insights and creativity, their wisdom, their knowledge, their stories, their experience, because we know that as we open up our minds to fresh perspectives and new ideas, we also open new possibilities for ourselves. And through these interviews with women all around the world, we can grow from and with each other and be inspired to find our own spark and maybe dig a little deeper with it if we've already found it. Because don't we all want to live even more passionate, purpose driven, and impactful lives? You are all meant to sparkle with your brilliance, whether you're an employee, whether you're a business owner, doesn't really matter. And today I have the absolute pleasure to introduce you to Anika Sorensen from Lund in Sweden. So Annika and I met through the WIN, the Women's Information Network. And we also both have a show on Win Win Women TV. Annika helps stressed out executives and leaders to more ease and less stress. Should that be at ask Annika, dranika.com? I might have copied that wrong. More ease and less stress. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. At askdranika.com. Annika, are you ready to shine your brilliance out to the world this morning or this afternoon in your case?
It's in my afternoon. I'm definitely ready. I'm always ready.
I did not expect less from you. And my first question, Annika, is what's your spark?
Yeah. What's my spark? And you had a something on what you actually are after. Could you just say that so
Yes, of
that I
course. Yeah, it's all
get in
about
the
your
right
unique
track?
brilliance, your genius, your distinctive uniqueness, I call it in my work. And how is it all related to your passions? And to where you came from. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in question two. But
Yeah.
I believe our background is no coincidence. It's supposed to support our learning in this lifetime, but also our purpose. So, in all this context, what's your spark, Annika?
Yeah. Well, my spark is I've been, we will go back to that, but I've been working as a doctor all my life and I've been helping people all my life.
Mhm.
And when I realized that life was tough for me, I learned that you have to take care of yourself. So my spark is that I have studied, I have learned from my own lessons and everything around stress management and how to stay calm and find the good life that everyone deserves. It's simple but not easy
Yeah, and
to
simple
to
is
to
good.
to to work with this, to work with your stress management, with your calm life, because
Yeah.
that's what we're aiming for. I I my mission is to help the world. Sounds very big, right? But as many people as possible to find their calmness in their life with what I know, or with the help from what I know. And when they meet me, I'm gonna transfer that. That's my spark, I
And I
think.
love that, Annika, because I say out my daily statement every morning. I have my empowered self statement. And as part of that, I also always add the sentence or some sentence about being calm during the day today. So it's a daily reminder for me. Today, I will go through this day in a calm manner. I will encounter any challenges in a calm manner. And that then helps me to not just reduce my own stress, but also to find better solutions, right? And
Yes.
to move ahead in my day despite maybe encountering issues or whatever we want to call that, right? Problems or opportunities, as I like to call them,
Yeah, it is
that
opportunities.
we didn't really expect, right?
No, and also if you find your calm and stay in that way, everyone around you is going to be contaminated with the calmness, because all our feelings are contagious, and we better spread good feelings. And
Yeah,
that's the same with the smile. If you smile to people, they will smile back because it's contagious, and that will produce feel good hormones in them.
right.
So being in this uh, in the now, in the this here and now, I'm here and now and I feel good, and spreading that to everyone else, it's going to give ripples.
Absolutely. And eventually it creates a wave.
Yeah. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for that. It's gonna come.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes, as you said, that's the good type of uh, the good type of contagious, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we really, yeah. So if we give away a smile, we're not really, it multiplies. We're not giving anything away in a sense of losing anything. It's the
No.
same as when we give love. It's the same as when we give joy, right? It's all
Yeah,
about the
exactly.
energy
You have
exchange.
it. You still have it for yourself, and you get
Right.
all these feel good hormones in your head and your brain, and everyone around you get feel good hormones, and
Exactly.
actually is more contagious than the viruses, because this um, it hits everyone that you look at. The
Yeah.
viruses you can kind of try to get around. So,
Absolutely, you can, and who has ever seen the viruses anyway? I always say I haven't. So that's another conversation. But
yeah,
so
I'm not gonna go into that one, but I just
no,
said
we're not.
it's just that
But
it's very contagious. It's really goes for
exactly,
everyone when you talk about the smile.
exactly.
With all feelings, also sad feelings or angry feelings, they are also contagious. So that's why we need to stay in the calm part, to
Hmm.
try to go back to being in the now.
In the now, yeah, the present of the present. Uh,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna write a blog about this. The present of the present, like a gift of
Yeah.
the present, right?
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
it's a brilliant wording.
Yeah. Yeah. I just it popped into my mind yesterday at some point or 2 days ago, so I'm gonna write something about it, I think. Okay. Yeah. So how did you find your spark then, Annika?
Um, how did I find this? I found this is, I mean, everything. When I look back, I can see that it's kind of it's a winding road, but still with some kind of uh, direction.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been working as a doctor all most of my life,
Hmm.
and I had a big tragedy in my life right when I became a doctor,
Hmm.
and I think that kind of formed me to be a very uh, not sensitive, but empathic, hearing, listening, and understanding for other people's problems. And and then I've been working with this all these years, and 3 kids, and family, everything. You kind of try to kill yourself from the inside with all the work you do, because when you are very empathic and you meet 10, 15, 20 people each day, you are giving to them every time, and you kind of, in the end, you get empty. So I was kind of empty some 10 years ago, and I realized I had to do something. So that's when I started to really dig deep in what did I learn back then when I had this tragedy in my life. How did I get out of that? What have my patients done? I took a course in stress management, and I realized this is what I love to do, and this is what I love to talk about, and this is what I want to help people with, because it's so simple. Like I said, it's not easy, but it's so simple.
Yeah. Again, I'm saying simple is good. I have come up with some techniques for my clients, for example, that I also put into my book, Speak Up, Stand Out, and Shine, which are really, really simple, but we just got to do them, right? Because if it's too
Exactly.
complex and too complicated, we will not do it.
No.
So that's why simple is good. And I wanted to also talk about empathy again for a moment. What I have learned as an over empath, and most people just say an empath, but I say an over empath because a lot of people are empathic, right? But some of us are over empathic. And what we need to learn is really to transform our empathy into compassion, which is actually more useful. And also compassion, I see it more as an attitude and as a behavior, and empathy is really more like an ability.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
made, and it's great. It's a great gift. I consider it a great gift. It's just like we also at the same time need to protect ourselves, as you said.
Yeah. And that's what I realized in my
Exactly,
life.
exactly. Right. And I made a couple of YouTube videos about empathy versus compassion, because I've also realized that I had to do that in order to be able to support my clients effectively as a coach. I had to transform it for myself and really work out that difference, and how I can make it work in a better way so I would not suffer in the process. And it's actually worked really well, but it's a clarity finding process also. So I invite anybody who's interested to also check out those 2 YouTube videos on my YouTube channel, Regina Huber, if you're interested. Okay, so now how are you making an impact through your Spark, Annika? How does it find its expression in your work with your clients? Tell us a little bit more about that, what it looks like.
Today I do speaking,
Mm-hmm.
and small groups or large group. And of course, in the large groups, it's harder to know who you impact in a bigger way.
Yeah.
But usually there are at least a couple of people coming up afterwards, and they have these questions, and sometimes really odd questions, but I mean it clicked something in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And when they say that, okay, I understand, and I feel calm now, and I understand that I have to take care of it myself, because I often talk about that. I can teach you anything or everything about this and all the tools and but you have to do it yourself. I can't eat for you. I can't walk for you. I can't do anything for you. You have to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So that's and in a small group, then there's usually a lot of questions, and we talk about how. And to me, is the big moment is when I hear that someone gets it. I mean, they see the connection from what they're doing to what they can do, and what the result can be, and why it ends up as it is. Because I always go back to, we are biology. This is how biology works. And if you do something outside the biology, it's going to be hurtful sooner or later. And some people have a very short span, and some have a very big span on when it's going to hurt. But everybody has an ending. Everybody. And then I do mentoring, and I mean that's the same when you talk to someone. You're a coach. I call myself a mentor because I don't have a regular coaching education, but I have been speaking with people all my life. I have done motivational speaking courses, and a mentor is someone where you actually also can help people, tell them what to do. I mean, people do what they want, but I can tell them if you have this choice or that choice. This one is more beneficial for the biology, but you can still choose this one if you want to. It's your choice.
Right.
And then I do blog I have a blog on my website just now, so there's always free content out there. And then we have the Win-Win Women show now.
Yeah. And tell us your schedule for that.
I'm on Thursdays. I think it is 7 o'clock Pacific time. It's 10 o'clock Eastern time. And it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
a.m. And then 4 p.m.
Yeah, so 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, then it's 7 a.m. Pacific. Okay, great. Yes, and to our audience again.
And it's called, I can tell you what it's called.
Yes,
it's called Dr. Anika's Calm Country.
Awesome. Love it. Okay, so you can find all these shows on winwinwomen.com. Yeah. Just click your way through the buttons to get to the shows, and no pre-registration necessary. Yeah, so just
it's good. It's like taking a course in all these subjects. I mean,
exactly.
You can go to if you go to my channel, you can have a course in stress management, and if in you can have what you teach and what everybody else teach. There is so much for everyone.
Yeah, and even get free mentoring or coaching, right? Because we also have a half hour where you can ask questions and where you can, contribute your points of view and participate in the conversation. After the first half hour of presentation or teaching, we have another half hour where you can actively participate as well. Okay, well, Annika, where can people find you apart from your LinkedIn profile? I already mentioned your website, askdranika.com. So that's askdrannika.com. Yeah. Anywhere else you'd like to point them to? And your show, of course, but anywhere else?
Well, no, I think those are the best places because on my website you have everything. There's a freebie, a free gift, workbook, a starter for your de-stressed life.
Great.
It's free right there when you get to the website.
Yeah, and who doesn't want that, right? Who doesn't want less stress? So definitely check it out, dear viewers. It's absolutely worth it. And and of course, you can also go to Dr. Anika's LinkedIn profile. So thank you so much again for sharing your very, very important spark with us today, Anika.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm so glad we could make it with all the trains that were canceled earlier in your place, right? Or in Malmö.
Yeah, it was
where you're coming from.
People running on the tracks and so many people affected. I don't understand why they do it, but
so again, we're talking about stress, right? There's a lot of stress. There could be more superficial stress, although it's never really superficial, but more the lighter form of stress. And then it just sometimes gets excessive for people when you don't do anything about it in time, right?
And there is so much simple things you can do, but you have to do them. You have to start.
Exactly. Yeah, always start my day with a morning routine. There's no way around that. It's maybe if I have an early flight where I have to go to the airport like at 5 a.m. or whatever, but then even then I do it as soon as I get there. So yes, and as always, let me quickly also share my spark as a multicultural and multilingual transformational leadership coach. I help women employees achieve their next career goal. I do it through coaching and also speaking trainings. And what's the purpose of this? The purpose of it is that they can fulfill their potential and increase their income, their influence, their impact, whatever they want to achieve with that next career goal, and really at any level they are at. My winwinwomen.com show is every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and it's also called What's Your Spark, just as this show. So if you can tune in tomorrow, that would be great, 2 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again, Annika, and to all the beautiful souls watching. As always, we trust that this show inspired you to uncover and express your spark fully and fulfill your potential in this way. And please do click on like, do share your thoughts, your comments, your questions, and feel free to share the entire show if you feel called to do that. You could do that either here on LinkedIn or also on my YouTube channel. I'm going to post the recording shortly there. You can also watch all the previous episodes on YouTube. You'll find an entire playlist. And of course, also check out my free resources at transformwithregina.com. You can sign up for a free Career Accelerator mini course. There's also my full website, transformyourperformance.com, and lots of free resources on my YouTube channel as well. Next Tuesday, I'll see you again here at the same time. And I have to confirm still, but I think it's probably be Colin Biggs who I am chatting with. So stay tuned. As always, we are hopping from continent to continent. So today we are in Europe together, and next week we're going to hop back to the US. Annika, make it a beautiful day, everybody else as well. And I know we'll be connected for sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.